Hi guys, it's Monique from earlylearningmom.com, and here I am today. I want to do a big book haul. There's going to be 3 in this series of all the books I brought back from the U.S. on our last trip. Now, I collect these books. This is a mixture. There's books from 2 sellers on Facebook. I don't think there's any Amazon ones in this box, but sometimes I do purchase from Amazon.com, and I also get from a used bookstore in Fargo. It's Books at a Fifth, and I usually find quite a few good books there. They're kind of all jumbled together. I have 3 boxes in total, so 3 haul videos. So if you want to see what I got in this big box, stay tuned. Now, we are a homeschool family, and we're literature based, so we read tons of books. We are also doing a summer reading challenge this summer, and we're reading tons of books there. I've already shared that video. So without further ado, I will dive in and show you some of the books that I picked up. So we love the Magic Tree House, and we are collecting some of the research guides. They're also known as fact trackers, depending on how old the book is. This is Snakes and Reptiles. We also got the Magic Tree House Survival Guide. It has this cool little compass on the front that moves. We got Bad Kitty School Days. And I've gotten 2 of these books. They're Trixie Belden. This one's a Happy Valley Mystery, and The Secret of the Mansion. So I thought we would try these. We're really enjoying some of the old series. We read No Children, No Pets. We read The Boxcar Children, and those series have, both Z and I have gotten really into them. We got another fact tracker. This one, yes, you see, this is a newer copy, so they're fact trackers instead of research guides. This is China. We also got the Riverboat Adventures, Escape in the Night. I'm just going to grab a pile here. So this year I wanted to read through some of the Clementine books. So this is The Talented Clementine, Clementine and the Family Meeting, and the first Clementine book. We also have a Nancy Drew and the Clue Crew, Case of the Sneaky Snowman. We have Case of, this is the Cupcake Chaos. We also have Penny Dreadful is a Magnet for Disaster, and this is 3 stories in one, and it is an Usborne book. So we grab that. As well, we grab these Billy B. Brown books. We also have, what is it? It's the, Usborne sells them as well. It's the Jack series. And these books are very big writing. So I'm not going to read these out loud to Z. I am going to put them away along with the Jack books that we earned last year during our summer reading program. I'm going to put them away so that way when he's ready to read chapter books, these are going to be a great one for him to start with. So these are Billy B. Brown, The Soccer Star. We also have The Birthday Mix-Up, The Beautiful Haircut, The Big Sister, The Midnight Feast, The Secret Message, The Little Lie, and The Biggest Project. Or, sorry, The Best Project. That's what happens when I'm reading sideways. I make mistakes. We also got just some random reading books. The Puffin books. This is the Rocking Horse Secret. We also have Canadian Summer. This one looks interesting. It's like an older book. Gift for Tia Rosa. Stealing Home, the story of Jackie Robinson. And we read the Magic Tree House about Jackie Robinson as well, so I thought this would be kind of a fun follow-up. Survivors, True Stories of Children of the Holocaust. Now, I bought this to put away. I've been collecting a lot of like World War II stories, Holocaust stories, that kind of stuff. Not to read with Z right now, but in a couple of years we will, and I'm sure my big kids will be interested in these books. I also collected a bunch of Titanic books in the past, so this is Titanic, Young Survivors. And we are collecting the Owl Diary series. We have not read these ones yet, but I have the first few. I did get book 3, but I guess the seller didn't realize it was all written inside, and I just can't keep it. I ended up tossing it. She's a really, really good seller, and I've bought tons of books from her. In our next order, if she comes across book 3, she's going to throw it in for us. We also got some of these, the Little Treehouse chapter books, and we're really enjoying these. This is another older series that we're really enjoying. When we read in the Little House, the Big Woods, Z wasn't that terribly interested in, but once we started reading these little books, he kind of got used to the characters. So this one is actually about Rose, and it's the adventures of Rose and Swiney, Missouri School Days, Caroline and her sister. So this is about Caroline, the Little Treehouse, otherwise known as Ma, when she was younger. Brookfield Friends, and this is Little House in Brookfield. So this is about Ma when she was little. So that was kind of exciting. Some other books we got, The Tiger Rising, and this is by the same author as Because of Winn-Dixie, which was an amazing book. So we're excited to read this one. Now, a few of these are for me. I have a guilty pleasure that I like to read Amish books, Amish romances. So we've got this one by Beverly Lewis. We also have The Shunning, On Her Own, In Sugar Creek, Ohio. My box is going to tumble over here. I'm going to turn this box around before I lose it. Let's put it on the floor here. We also got the 7 Myths About Christianity and Dear to Me. Oops, gotta get it without a glare. And Bringing Up Boys. This is a book about practical advice and encouragement for those shaping the next generation of men. It just looked like an interesting book, and I think it was like $2 or $3. We got a bunch of these comics with content. The Legion of the Homeschooler All-Stars, and it kind of talks about all different people in the past that have been homeschooled and been very successful, and these are in comic book form. So we got a bunch of them. We got Slavery Storm, Greeks, Romans, Countrymen. Oh, I'm having trouble with my words today. Wonder Women, World War II Tales, Moving and Grooving, Heroic Folk, and Ancient Africa. And like I said, these are all in kind of a comic book form. We got a bunch of, so this year for math, we are going to be using more of a literature-based approach and hands-on approach. So I got a bunch of these different types of books. This is Twizzlers, From Simple Shapes to Geometry. We got Twizzlers, Shapes and Patterns. Twizzlers, Percentage Book. We also got the M&M's Addition Book. The Hershey's Milk Chocolate Multiplication Book. Hershey's Chocolate Math, From Addition to Multiplication. We got this cute one, Kyle Keeps Track of Cash, and it's a Cloverleaf book, Money Basics. So that was it for the math books. And then we got this picture book, You Wouldn't Want to Sail on the Titanic. We also got these cute little Curious George books. I think they're actually just like Chick-fil-A books, but they were like $1, and we don't have Chick-fil-A out here, so to collect them we wouldn't be able to. So we have Curious George Discovers the Seasons, Curious George Discovers Plants, and Curious George Discovers the Stars. We got these kind of grammar books, picture books, Punctuation Takes a Vacation, and Happy Endings, a story about suffixes. We got these 2 5-minute Berenstain 5-minute stories. We took out from the library Pete the Cat 5-minute stories. So now we have 5 minutes Berenstain Bear stories, and we also have 5-minute Biscuit stories. And I think I paid like $3 for these books. So I felt like that was a really good price. I grabbed this vocabulary journal. Now we're not ready for it yet, but in the future I hope to be, so I'm going to put this away with my homeschool supplies. It was like $1, and I just couldn't leave it. No other reason. We got a few more Berenstain Bear books. I love the Berenstain Bears. We're hoping to read some of the Berenstain Bear chapter books this next school year. So we have also some picture books. The Berenstain Bears Don't Pollute Anymore. The Berenstain Bears God Loves You. And the Berenstain Bears Say Their Prayers. Oh, we have another Curious George Discovers Space. What If You Had Animal Feet? And What If You Had Animal Ears? We're hoping to use these for science this year. They're kind of super cool. They show an animal, and then they show what it would be like to have that animal's ears or that animal's feet. So it's kind of a different approach to science. It's kind of like a silly approach, and some other homeschool mamas on YouTube have been sharing them, and so I grabbed those. I also got 2 of these. These were recommended by a mom from a homeschool conference, convention, workshop thing I went to in September. This is I Am Rosa Parks, and I Am Jackie Robinson. And like I said, we read about Jackie Robinson, so it would be great to read. And this is kind of the layout. They're kind of cute characters. We also have this Superstars of Science, the Brave, the Bold, and the Brainy, and it has different scientists from different eras. And I thought it might be fun to schedule these in to read maybe 1 a day or 1 a week and kind of push this through the next couple school years. I have to adjust them. My hip's kind of hurting sitting like that. We have Step Into Reading, Ready for Chapters, The Trojan Horse. Now I may or may not have this in one of our next Bookshark curriculums, but it was only $1, so I just grabbed it just in case. I can always give it to somebody else if we already own it. Now, another one, I ordered 2 of these on purpose. It's called Since We're Friends, an autism picture book, and I'd like to read through it, and I'd like to have it on hand to lend, families that we're friends with, that their children may not quite understand what autism is. I thought, I want to read through it first to see, but I think it'll be like a good story just so that, we can lend it to some friends and their kids can kind of understand Zachary a little more. And the last 2 books I have in this box are I Want to Be a Scientist, Isaac Newton. We also have the book Who Was Isaac Newton? So I thought that would be fun to read when we read the other one. We are taking, like I said, a literature approach to a lot of our schooling, and so we're probably going to read a lot about scientists and hopefully some mathematicians, and expand on that and learn science through biographies. And finally we have Maps and Globes, and this is a Reading Rainbow book. So in the past I have been asked by commenters and viewers to list these books in the description, and that just gets really long, so what I've done is I've created a blog post where I link all of these books, and if there's any that you're interested in, you can click the link in the description below and it will bring you to my blog, which will have all the books that I could find links for. You can just find the books and click away. The only one I couldn't find a link for was this book, and I think it's because it's from this Waterfront Institute, and it's specific to a certain curriculum, and you can't buy it individually. I just happened to get it used. I guess somebody got rid of their curriculum. So unfortunately, I couldn't find a link for this, but everything else I've been able to find links for. So thank you for watching. If you like these videos, be sure to thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know, have you read any of these books? Are you interested in reading any of these books? Let me know about your experience. And thank you for watching.